Hello everyone, I am Plankara. Today we're going to continue rigging Shalom from Path to Nowhere. So, yesterday I had a bunch of technical difficulties and I encountered a bug that basically made it so I couldn't do anything. Deeply unfortunate, but I think everything is okay. It's like I've left it on for a while, so it's been auto-saving. I tried manually saving it, was able to do so. So, with any luck, all will be well, and things won't crash, but if it does crash even once, I will probably do something else for the rest of today. Until, I don't know, some kind of fix is delivered for this issue. I'm not exactly sure when that would be, so hopefully everything is fine, because otherwise I'm not sure when I will be able to work on this again. But so far, everything seems okay. It has not crashed on me while I was testing things. So I'll try to fix up some of the things that were bothering me last time. Most notably, the thickness of the line here was wildly different in my turn compared to how it is in the front view, and I thought that was looking pretty bad when it was in motion. So I wanted to thicken that line a little bit. Just get it to be kind of a more similar width. So this is obviously a little bit messy still, but I want to see if the width is good. But first, let's put this back up on the head here. There we go. So let's take a look to see if the width checks out a little bit better. I'd say overall it does over here. Still has some kind of sliding problems over here, so let's see if I can't pull everything up just a little bit. Hopefully fix some of those issues I'm seeing. Said it before and I'll say it again. A lot of rigging is just a bunch of very, very tiny details adding up. So, I like to pay attention to those details. With me trying to slide this back up so the line doesn't move strangely once the head starts moving, I'm just gonna adjust some of these back out. Let's see. Okay, I might have pushed them a little bit too high, but I think this is close enough. We shall see. Let me just straighten those out a bit. And then if this looks okay, in terms of what I'm looking at for the moment, yeah, let me thicken the lines right through there a little bit more. Once they're looking good in that regard, and I can start cleaning things up a little. Just kind of pull very gently on some of these. There we go. Pull very gently so they move very little. And then I can kind of move things around. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now I just gotta clean that up. I can do that. Alright, but first I'm gonna test to see if I can save. I saved. Okay. So I think we'll be okay. Because I do think that the issue was around saving. Just some shenanigan happened. My texture replacement. Alright, let's get all this back and attached where it should be. Fix where the skin kind of connects to the headline here. All that good stuff. think I still need to pull the skin out a little bit, but so far so good. Alright, so just gently pull that out. And then I just kind of need to straighten out the crunchies right around her jaw there. Let's see, how's that looking now? Oh yeah, much less distortion. Still a little bit right through here. I'm gonna focus on this side first. One thing at a time. Because yeah, there's some weird stuff going on here. I'm not sure why it's doing that. That's kind of bizarre. Actually, maybe it'd be easier if I did it like this. Where are you, headline? Okay. Maybe that'll make that issue go away. Okay. Perfect. It's no longer doing the weird thing. So I can just focus on eliminating the crunchies. Go ahead and move them together. And we want a smaller brush. This is fairly fine details. Ugh. But yeah, you can see it's just moving a bit strangely right through there. And it's always a little bit hard to kind of buff those out. But I'll do my best. I'll do what I can. I might just need to go in and just straighten the triangles myself. I'm trying it with the brush because it's a little bit easier to manage. Yeah, looks like I'm just gonna have to go in there and try to straighten out some triangles here. Let's just try to get them all into a nice line here. I'm only looking at one side for the moment. Just trying to line them up nicely. It can be hard not to get distracted, but as always, one thing at a time. I only do one thing at a time. I tell myself this all the time so I don't live, 5 minutes in the future. Just queuing up actions that need to be done. Gotta focus on the one thing right here. And just pray that I'm not making my headline too thin again. It so far seems okay. We'll see how it is once I get things moving again. Okay, let's see if that's any better. Maybe still a little bit lumpy. Like if this was art I was drawing, I would absolutely call that too lumpy. But here, I always wonder how much I can actually fix that. Just need to work on my skills in that regard. Still just trying to figure this whole thing out. but it is very tricky. That might be fine. I don't know. It's still kind of got that lump at her chin there. Let me try the brush. I think that helped a little, but still not quite there. Guess that's a little better. Let's see. That might be about as good as I can get it. I think I can pull things out down here. Nope. That did not help. Oh yeah, I think that's probably about as good as I can get it for now. I might revisit it a little bit more later, but for now I think that's okay. The way her chin moves is still bothering me a little bit, so I'm going to try to... Let me actually... Before I do that... Just select all the ones over here. So that this way I don't have to worry about moving the chin itself. And I can just very gently... round out the bottom there. Yeah, there we go. That's a bit better. And then... even smaller one. Go in right here. Just kind of pull things around here. Try to make it look a little bit less like her chin is collapsing when I turn her head. There we go. That's much better. It's like it was a bit pointier in some of the art that I've seen, but I don't think the pointiness works with how round her chin is in the front view. It looks odd. Like her chin is just falling over. And if I try to make it as pointy as it is in some of her other art. A little bit bigger. Just gently, gently, gently push that way. Very, very fine adjustments here. Line is still kind of compressing a little bit. But I think it's significantly better than it was just a little while ago. I'm getting there. I am getting there. Basically, I don't mind whether or not the line is bigger or smaller. That's not really what's important. What's important is, whether or not I can kind of see that compression happening when it's moving. Let's see. And that's happening less and less the more I work on it. Okay. Then I just feel like I moved the chin a little bit too far down, so... doing all those things. Just a teeny tiny bit, though. There we go. Yeah, I think our jaw's looking pretty good now. Got rid of a lot of the things that was bothering me with that. Glad to see that artist cooperating with me today after yesterday. It's cut me some slack, since it was so mean yesterday. Much appreciated. It's okay. Sometimes I think the universe feels a little bit guilty after it trolls you too hard. Whatever, I'll just do that again. Okay. most of that the way I want it, but I still think that there's still some crunchies kind of around her jaw here. And I think that this part might still be a little bit too low, so I kind of want to raise it up a little. Something like that. That might be a job for the path to form. Movement is a little bit too much for... Okay, yeah, that's just going to cause everything to explode, so let's select the vertices that I actually want to move. This way we don't get random movement in the forehead. We don't need the forehead to be moving when I'm trying to adjust the jaw here. That's just silly. Okay. I just kind of felt like this point was not in the right spot. Let's see, how's that? That's, yeah, definitely a little bit better. Still not quite there. I'm just trying not to adjust things too quickly. I just kind of feel like it should be more like over here. And right here should be a little bit straighter. Something like that, maybe. Yeah, and then from there, just kind of push it in. I can use the brush for that. That's a little bit too much. In fact, I think I used the path to form to pull that out a little bit too hard. There we go. Something like that. Let's take a look. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Even got rid of some of the lumps that were bothering me. There's still this one right here though, so let's see if I can't get rid of that. Any luck, it'll come with just straightening out some triangles. And I won't have to do too much work. Let's see here. Did that get it? Still a little bit. Just a little. Let's just get a teeny tiny brush and see if I can't push that in. Let me identify the spot again. It's a little bit hard to see with all the vertices. Yeah, just right there. I think that actually made it worse. Oh no. Let's see. Okay, let's go back to over here. Still just feel like there's just a tiny, tiny lump right there. I'd just really like to... Now, do I have a vertex selected somewhere? Just a teeny tiny one. See if I can't just... Oh, okay. I think I got it. Okay. It's like it was a small little detail, but with this being the head, I like to get those small details as much as I can. It is what everyone's going to be looking at, so... Okay. Kinda want to push this area around her eyes, and I feel like her forehead is sticking out a little bit too much. Must have a vertex selected somewhere. There we go. Okay, and it looks like it didn't save me, putting some of these things, or masking it onto the head. Well, of course it didn't, because nothing saved yesterday. It was deeply unfortunate, yesterday's stream. Still a little bit sad just thinking about it. Oh, whoops. No, not headline. Head. There we go. Wrong layer. Okay. Yes. Alright. I'm gonna save again because I'm scared. I just want to make sure nothing's breaking. I'm probably gonna be very scared and paranoid for the next couple of days. That's just how it goes, man. Alright. Let's start doing some things with the eyes here. Just type in the number there. Just felt like it wasn't sitting on the head quite right. There we go. That's a bit better. I kind of want to do the same thing with the eye socket. $35 might be too much. Let's take a look. Something is kind of warping just a little bit strangely. Might just be that I need to grab the eyelid itself and kind of push it down just a little. Yeah, I think that's what I'm seeing here. Alright. I was hoping to avoid using too many deformations just because it can get a little bit messy when you start doing that. But I think a couple of subtle ones should be okay, I hope. I just do some very, very subtle movement there. Going in and doing all these things that I wasn't doing last time, but that's okay. I can fix the nose and the mouth in just a little bit. Right now I'm looking here. Looking at her eyes. Kinda going upward a little bit, need to fix that. Need to make sure it stays fairly flat here. Yeah, there we go. A little subtle movement, but I think it looks better, so we're keeping it. Alright, did I ever fix... Yes, I did. Okay, and then I remember from last time I wanted to move this guy over just a touch. Just a touch. Okay, yeah, we're getting there. I think 35 might actually be a bit too much for this, so I'm gonna send it back to 30. And we'll slide this back over to line up with the eye again. Let's see, I think that's too far. I was looking at the distance between the bridge of the nose here. But I also need to keep in mind the side of the eyelash here. And making those kinds of movements. feel like the eye socket here is moving down just a tad. I affected your scale, right? Well, let's put it up one more click. There we go. I think that's looking pretty good. Not doing too many special tricks yet or anything, just still largely getting the basics in and making sure it's all sketched out there. This ear is really only going to be able to be fixed by hair. There's nothing I can do to make that look good. And it should look okay once I put the hair back on. Oh man. See, it's always funny to kind of look at turns before you do the hair, because it's like, the head turns, the hair does not. That's why she's bald right now. Trying to get the hair when I'm trying to worry about all this other stuff. Oh, that sounds incredibly difficult. Way beyond my ability. So that's why she's bald. And probably will be for a while still. Because I think I want to do both X directions. Because most of this is symmetrical, so I'm pretty sure I can just mirror it over to the Y side when, or not the Y side, the right side, once I'm all done. But I won't be able to do that with the hair. The hair is not symmetrical at all. Yeah, it's one of those things. Yeah. I see what I'm seeing here. Kinda wanna pull this part back, put this part forward. Maybe something like that. And then I think I want the lower lip a little more forward too. Just trying to get some of the perspective in the mouth. Looking good. There we go. There we go. Okay. Alright, now I can kind of clean up some of these head shadows. I'm not going to worry too much about the ones surrounding the head. You know, kind of on her very bald skull here, but I want to clean them up enough that they stop bothering me. Just enough that I stop looking at them. Okay, that should be fine. Well, there's still that little weird dark spot right there that was bothering me. That's the thing that made me want to clean them up in the first place, so I guess I should go deal with that. I'm not gonna worry about it too much, but okay. Doesn't have to be super neat, but I don't like the way it was looking there. And it was like all I could see. There we go. I'll just pull that out so it's a little bit less, I don't know, noticeable. The rest I might just have to kind of unbunch manually. There's just this random dark spot here and I don't like it. Well, let's just stretch it all out. Make it a little bit less, blobby. Okay, that is good enough. There we go. Now I can go back to worrying about the areas around the jaw here. So let's see here. I think the jaw shadows are going out a little bit too much. I just want to see if that's the only issue. I think it is. It's like I could put some more darker shadows over on her cheek there. I think that's worth taking a quick look at. But overall, I think the cheek is looking pretty good, and I don't want to disturb it too much. Just see if I can't get some of that back. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I think that's about perfect. And then there's just the little bit on the jaw down here that I think I'll do when I do this side as well. Yeah. Saving, because I'm still scared. In fact, I think when I'm done here, I'm probably going to save a backup too. But yeah, looks like we're not getting any crashing today, so I should be able to work in peace. Just smooth things over. A click again. Looks like the eye was sliding a bit. Let's see, is it still sliding? I think the eye socket is, but the eye itself I think is okay. Move it a click back. Alright, I think the rest of what I'm seeing is just the eyelid needs a little bit of adjustment. Get my teeny tiny brush again and make my teeny tiny eyelid adjustments. Just kind of want to pull it back a little. Very, very minor adjustment. Okay, that might actually have been a little bit too much. But the idea is solid. The idea was good. Just gotta clean up the execution a little. There we go. Let's try that. Okay, still a little bit too far. Just push it just very, very slightly back. There we go. Now it looks more like it's rotating. My little highlights in her eye are moving. Kind of want to move the one on the other side again now, too. I think this I will just do with my hand, even. Just bring this little guy a little further over here. There we go. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. And about the only other thing that I'm seeing is these little guys here. Can I get away pushing them out without destroying everything I hold dear? I'll do it for now, and once I try to get her to start blinking and stuff again afterwards, we'll see if I cry. That's what I'm really worried about. It's like if I didn't have to worry about her ever, like, blinking or moving her eyes or any of that stuff, I wouldn't be even remotely scared of doing something like this. Like, little motions like this are pretty easy, and I think they look nice. But, once you have to take into account all the deformations on the other parts of things, it's like, ooh, things start getting a bit messy. That'll be the kind of thing that makes more sense once I kind of finish the basics here and start worrying about where the other animations are going to... how this will affect the other animations. I'm not going to make myself worry about that yet. Because I am scared. Okay. Let's go back to the head shadows. I do like to try to pay a little bit of extra attention to some of these things, though. Just because these little things can make every little piece just seem that much more special and that much more nice. And around the eyes, that's super important. Just want to get them as good as you possibly can. I feel like some of this got pushed up a little bit, so I'm pulling it back down a little. There we go. Still kind of going up a little over here. So let's take a look at how these vertices are supposed to be. Yeah, you're still getting pushed up a little. Not too much, though. I was, surprised that I can notice it that much with such a small distance. Alright, getting somewhere. Let's see, how far apart are these little shadow pieces? Okay, so this part's pretty close. Yeah, I'd say they're about the same distance apart. I might need to move them out a little bit. Just so it doesn't look quite so hard here. I don't want the shadow to look quite so firm against her cheek there. I want it to be a soft, gentle shadow. So doing this will ultimately kind of make it a little bit more blurry. And that should give me the effect I want, in theory. Yeah, it's a little bit softer now. Now I just kind of got to put it in place. Which is a little bit further this way. Maybe that's a bit too far that way. Now the shadows are just like gone. Yeah, something like that. Once I finish kind of cleaning up the shape, but I think that's about the level of softness that I want with the location. So let's take a look at the area right down here. See if I can't get some of this dark color back. A little bit too far. Now we got some rim light that I don't want. Okay. So you can see here, the texture is, I don't know, weird. I don't know how to describe it. It's like brush strokes that shouldn't be there. I'm hoping it's not just because the mesh is bad, because this is looking like the mesh might be bad. I might just need to fix that. Okay, so that got most of it, but there's still that spot right there. What are you? What's making you all scratchy? Just this? Mostly. I'm still a little bit worried that this connection here is just bad. Let's take a look, though. If I pull these back down, will it be happier? Let's see here. Yeah, I think that's a mesh problem. Let's take a look at that mesh. Okay, so what's freaking out here? Right here. Right here is where things are no good. Okay. And it's really hard to see the lines on this texture, isn't it? No wonder I got confused. I can forgive my past self for this. Because, man, what the heck am I even looking at here? Is that good? No, not quite. Can't see anything. Oh my goodness. It's okay, I think I can... I don't really want to use the auto triangulation for this because that's going to mess up the rest of the mesh. And I don't want to have to redo the whole thing. I just want to make this one spot a little bit better. Okay, so if you go here, this will go here, here, here. Yes. Okay, and that should be clean. I don't know what's going on here, so I'm just gonna do something easy. And if it doesn't work out, my future self can deal with it, just like my future self was covering for my past self here. Okay. Let's see if that lets me get it to move a little bit nicer. See, this is the importance of the mesh. Everything moves underneath it. It's very important to just kind of make sure everything's all good. Okay, mostly there. Let's see what this is. Okay, so this is where an area that's thicker moves into an area that merges into an area that's thinner. Okay, that might be okay. I think I can work with that. Yeah. Yeah, okay, I think I got it. Not quite. Let's see here. I just feel like there's a little bit of compression there, so separating it out. I'll need a smaller brush for that. I don't want to affect... Well, actually, no. I want a bigger brush. I'll just select the vertices that I actually want to move. This way, only the ones I want to move. And get this stretched out a little bit more. And into the location that I want it to be. Oh yeah, that's so much better. So much better. Now we're getting somewhere. Okay, looks nice and soft. How are we doing? Yeah, nice and soft with the darker area that I want because her head is turning. That's great. I think it's a little bit too soft still. So I'm going to go in and just move this part. And we're going to relocate it a little bit further up. Okay. No, sir? Come on, how did you deselect? Okay, how's that? Yeah, now it kind of looks like her head is turning a little bit more because you see more of the shadow on the side of the chin there. Alright. Let's fix the nose. The nose was the last big thing that was bothering me. So, I hadn't quite figured out exactly what was bothering me so much about the nose, but I think it's mostly the shadow here. I think I wanted this to be sticking out a bit more. Make that look more like a tip. Yeah, something like that. Not quite sure how to go about this yet, so I'm just gonna kind of be feeling around, see what I can make happen. I'm just gonna collect some dots over there. I still need some shadow over the nostril, though. So yeah, that kind of shape works for the front, but for the side, I'm not so sure. Okay, I noticed that there were a couple of things I didn't like about the bridge, too. Let's kind of bring that over to where I want it to be. Let's see, do I want it there? No, I don't think that's quite how I want it either. I'm gonna stretch this out a little bit more. And then I'm gonna bring this part a little bit more centered. Okay, looks like it's sticking out a bit more than it was now. Before it was looking a little bit flat. Alright, now that I look at it, it's looking like that nostril is going up. Let's bring it back down. But now it looks like it's going down. Okay. Let's do it. Oh, no, not that one. I grabbed the wrong one. This one. Let's see if doing just half kind of fixes it. Yeah, I think that's a bit better. Now I just kind of feel like I got a bump right here. So let's see if I can't smooth that out. Yeah, I kind of was afraid it was from the shenanigans I was trying to pull just a little while ago. Just slowly but surely tried to push everything into its proper spot. I think that already looks a lot better. That might be the best I can do. At least in terms of the tip here. little spot on the side there that I kind of want to get in there. Just felt like it was kind of moving to maybe not quite the right spot. I'm trying to cover most of that nostril. It's because I think that'll give a better effect. Okay. Let's see. I feel like it's most of the way there. Let me take a look at this other art that I found, where it has her on the side there. Google did not remember that I was looking at it. Let's see if I can find it again. One of the few little bits of art where she was not forward-facing. Like that. Okay. Just to see how the artist that actually drew this character handles her nose. Let's see. Maybe I should be making the nostril even smaller. Let's try it. And just kind of teeny tiny. Okay, yeah, I see it. I can see it. But the way I have things drawn, I think it just kind of... I can't quite get the same effect that you would do in a motionless 2D image, but... I can do something with this. Alright. So I mean, when it comes to, you know, drawing anime characters especially, I don't think people necessarily think about exactly how their nose will turn, and tend to just draw a nose from the side as opposed to their specific nose. Because, you know, in anime you're not typically, like, drawing the nose. The nose is highly abstracted. Often just a dot. Noses on Path to Nowhere characters are more detailed, but still not exactly super realistic or anything. I'm having to improvise a bit. The main thing is that it's just making her nose look really round. I wonder if I can do something a little bit more in the mesh. Let's take a look. Okay, I have an idea. We're gonna add another line here. I was not expecting to need such a fine mesh for the nose, but I guess how it moves actually is really important, so it makes sense. Let's just go in there and get all these little spots. Let's see if this does what I want it to do. This is a small mesh, so I just went ahead and used the auto-triangulate for me. I think that's a bit easier than trying to do it all myself. Even if I do have to clean it up a little bit afterwards. Okay. Let's try again with this one. See if I can't get something a little bit stronger on the tip. Okay, so how do we look now? What exactly am I trying to accomplish? Questions for the ages. Questions that are probably very important to answer right about now. So first I kind of want this nostril angled upward. Okay, yeah, I think that looks pretty alright. Still kind of need to figure out where the heck this nostril's supposed to go. Because I'm not entirely sure, if I'm being completely honest. That just feels too close. But 0 feels kind of far. Let's try half. Okay. Yeah, I think that's better. Phew. Okay. And now I can worry about the tip here. Let's see if I can get this looking a bit sharper. Where it kinda... having a hard time seeing under the mesh. But I'm doing my best. Where is that line coming from? Actually, let me see. Where are you, nose? I am going to start from the beginning. And see if I can't wrangle this into doing what I want it to do. Okay. So first, get that nostril up there. I'm gonna start with this nostril just because that's easy. I don't have to think about it too hard. I just want a nice little shape. That is obviously not it, but that's kind of laying the groundwork there. So the next big thing is I want the bridge to kind of come back here. Okay, so now the shape is coming together, and now I want this to be straighter and pointier. See if I can accomplish that. There we go. Okay, so can I get this to be a little bit more pointy? Instead of making her nose look super round. It's entirely possible that with the way I separated it, it just cannot be done. And that I just gonna have to take a lesson for the future. But I will try. Everything I can. Try every trick I can think of. It still just feels like there's a spot right through there that does not want to go away. I just have to bring these over too. Maybe? Like, I don't know. I still kind of feel like those colors just are not going away. This is fairly close to what I was hoping for, though, so... Her nose still looks a little bit flat. Let's see if everything else is in place. Is it? Kind of want to extend this nostril out a little bit more to the side. Okay, and that does tell me that I probably made the small nostril a little bit too small. Okay, now I think I pulled out that part a little bit too far, so let's push it back in. I do feel like this is probably 90% to what I wanted. I still just can't quite get the shadow on the tip of the nose there, but I don't think it looks bad like this. Yeah, so that might be okay. That might actually be okay. It's not looking too flat anymore. Maybe a little bit flatter than I would want, but... Let's see. Some of that might just be here at the bottom. I take these a little further over this way. Will that fix some of the flatness? Because I don't think I can do anything more for the tip. Just thinking for a second here. I still kind of feel like it has a flat snake-like quality to it that I don't like. I do wish I could hide the mesh. Make it a little bit easier to do tweaks like this. Let's see here. So the nostrils look like that. There's just something that's not quite working for me around the tip of the nostrils. I'm trying to figure out what it is. Maybe I did just make the outer nostril too small. I was doing some experiments with that, but let's try making it a little bit bigger. See if that eliminates some of the discomfort I'm feeling. No, that made it worse. Okay. Scale of the nostril, not the issue. Okay, so... how about pushing it away from this nostril? Does that help at all? No. That's unfortunate. I really wish I understood what I am seeing that's not quite working for me. So I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is at all. I might just have to flail for a little while. Maybe spend today reflecting on it. Guess that's a little better. Maybe. Yeah, this is where I just have to try things, I guess. It's okay. Try enough things, I'll find it eventually. Just gotta believe. Man, those little vertices are getting so close together. It's pretty hard to move them. I guess not putting the shadow on the nose at all is actually working quite well. Like, I was still trying to shade over the top of that nostril, but maybe it's not necessary. Maybe I can get away with just pushing all the vertices over to the corner. Like, no vertices, you haven't been bad. This is just where you need to go for now. Still just that crack there, but I'll fix that. Yeah, I think that actually works. Let me see if I can adjust the bottom of it a little bit. Still not sure what that is. Just trying to tuck it away where hopefully it won't be noticeable. It's like if you don't know what's going on, just, you know, sweep it under the rug. It'll be fine. Unfortunately, that's not quite working either. Can I bring you back over here and have the problem go away? Not really. What is that exactly? I don't know. Oh, whatever. I'll fix everything else and revisit that. Ah, you're not even on that layer. That's why I can't fix you. Okay. You are part of Head Shadows. So we will delete you while I try to figure out what the heck is going on with his nose. That would explain why nothing I was doing was helping, because I was not looking in the right place. Might also explain why some of this other stuff wasn't moving quite the way I wanted it to. Or just get confused with stuff on another layer. That would do it. Okay, maybe I can actually, get something going here. Like, I already don't think this looks too bad, but... Let's take a look. Okay, I'll need to clean that up, but how is it looking movement-wise? Yeah, maybe I can actually get away with doing what I was trying to do at the tip before. Making it a bit sharper. I didn't realize the head shadows were affecting the nose so much. Makes sense, though, because most of the layers in the nose are kind of transparent. Just subtle little effects. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, that's a pretty good shape, I think. Yep, not quite where I want it to be, but it's pretty close. It's at least much more manageable without the head shadows contaminating what I'm looking at. All makes sense now. Yeah, now our nose doesn't look quite so flat. Okay, yeah, I think I like this. Let's turn the head shadows back on and I'll go fix everything around the nose with that. Not quite sure what I want to do here, but I'll just push everything over to the side for now. I have to be careful around the lower lip, though. Actually, I don't think I like any of that. Pop. Put it back. Put it back, try again. No big deal. Okay. Let's see, there's a bunch of little shadows on the nose here. Let's see if I can go put those back to where they belong, roughly. Just do it roughly for now. Nose is looking okay now. Let me just make sure the tip of the nose is the way I want it. And the other part will be easy to fix. But yes, I think that's looking pretty good. I'm glad that I figured out what the actual problem was. That's made it so much easier to actually fix it. I think that's true of a lot of things. It's pretty hard to fix a problem when you don't know what it is. Or if you think it's something else. And here we go. Okay. We have something that looks like a nose. See how it all looks. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. There's the last thing to worry about before I start flipping things over, this ear. So, by necessity, I kind of have to have the ears on top. I think I might just do Alright. I kind of have to have the ears on top, so I think I'm just going to do a quick patch where I just do some shenanigans with the draw order. Hide it behind her head. So I unfortunately can't really put them underneath the head. I tend to do that a lot, but just because of how I drew things here, I can't really do that. So there's going to be some funny shenanigans until I fix that. How exactly am I going to handle that? I don't know. I think I'll worry about it with the hair. For now, she will be earless. With a slightly caved in skull. It's fine. Okay, I'm gonna do the other side here. Yeah. Don't know. Well, yeah, I guess the head shadows are asymmetrical, so they're not gonna... And so is the nose. But I think everything else is looking about right. So I'll go about cleaning that up tomorrow. And then I think I'll do some effects on the eyes. And then I can start worrying about the hair. Soon, we will no longer be bald and confused. So alright, I think that's where I will stop for today. So thank you all for coming. If you'd like me to take a look at your own creative works, whether that be art, writing, coding, game design, any creative pursuit you can think of, feel free to message or at me on Twitter or Instagram, and I'll take a look and maybe leave some comments. I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye.